Michael Goldberg here, weighing in, speaker, coach, boxer, and author of Knockout Networking for another round of 3-minute rounds. Today's focus: when networking, it is never about you. It is never about you. But who is it about? When you are networking, it is always about the other person until the other person makes it about you. So enough about me, what about you? And you can say, funny you ask, and you can simply tell them. But how do you make it about the other person? Sounds easy. Well, the best way is to have great questions to ask people, right? If you ask the right question, you get the right answer. If you don't ask the question, the answer is always no. And it really kind of gets into how you go about talking to people and having the most effective conversations with people. So here are some questions that I want to discuss or suggest that you can use the next time you are in a networking scenario, which is typically an unnatural scenario because it's tough to talk to strangers. Remember Mom told us not to talk to strangers? Well, this is an example of that, but this is how you might go about talking to them in a networking environment. These are some questions that work very well for me. I meet somebody for the first time, and I'll say something like, "Very nice to meet you. So what type of work do you do?" if it's not obvious because of the event. "How long have you been doing that? Do you like what you do?" "How did you hear about this event? Are you a first-timer like me, or have you been here before?" If they're a first-timer like me, I'll say, well, that's great. I feel more comfortable now not being the only first-timer here. How did you learn of the meeting? If they've been here before, I'll ask, well, you've been here before. Obviously something great is happening. What keeps you coming back? Who is a perfect prospect for you is another question I would ask. Who's your target market? Do you have a target market? If so, great. If not, why? If I was going to meet a prospect for you, how would I know? What needs to happen for you at a meeting like this for it to be worth the price of admission for you? How would you know? And if I like them, and typically a third of the time I like them, I'll say, you know, it sounds like you're very focused, you're right on track. I would love to explore how I might be able to help you with that. One of my favorite questions is when you're not working and networking with yokels like me, what do you do for fun? And all kinds of great things come out of that. And I find that if you ask great questions of people, they ask those same great questions right back at you in terms of, how about yourself? And now you have a conversation that I refer to as a we-based conversation, which could transform into how might we help one another? And that's networking. And that's another 3-minute round in the books. You heard the bell. If you've got comments, questions, emotional outbursts, anything you want me to weigh on here, write me at michael@michaelnetworks.com. I got tons of resources available on networking and referral marketing. I'll see you next time. Another round, another 3-minute round. And remember, elbows in, you win.